Hi guys, welcome back to Ching.sg. I'm Vincent here. So today I will be redecorating my bathroom with more plants. So previously I did have a couple of plants in the bathroom, but they are looking a little bit sad at the moment. So I'm actually going to refurbish some of the pots that I had, mostly self-watering pots, and I'll be using them to actually plant the plants that I have gotten recently. So at the same time, I'll be telling you guys what are the, I would say, plants that would be recommended for dark bathrooms. So let's start. Okay guys, so I'll be showing you a very private part of my home, which is my personal bathroom. So by the way, this is actually a resale flat in somewhere in Punggol, okay? I have not actually done much of refurbish of the bathroom because it still looks quite good. So as you can see, here is the vanity or the mirror area with the basin, the toilet bowl I guess. So what happens is this is the ferns that I had previously that was doing pretty well, but I'm not sure why, but it kind of start to slowly die off. So I've got two of this, and I've got what is called Philodendron Royal Queen, and then surprisingly I do have lights here, but in the morning there's actually light shining through this part here. I've got a Hoya, I've got Phytos, a normal regular money plant, as you can see. So at the bottom here I've got a very rather sad looking peace lily that doesn't seem to be flowering anymore, probably because there's not a lot of light. And then yeah, that's about it. So I did have a few other ferns, but they kind of died off. I'm not sure, is it because not enough light, or there's too much it's too humid. I do have one little plant here. I've got one little phytos at the top of the ledge, but I don't think it's really good to keep potted plants on top of the ledge because it might leak. And then it might, this is the air conditioning duct, so it might leak into the air conditioning duct. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, see, I got a salt, okay? Still not too bad. Hi guys, so let's start some planting. So first of all, I apologize if there's a bit of noise interference in the background because my neighbor is doing some renovation. So in front of me here, I've actually gotten a couple of plants that I have removed from soil because we will be potting them in leca. So this is my leca mix. It's a mixture of medium and small leca, as you can see. So what you have to do before you actually use leca is you do have to wash them in running water to remove all the fine sand. And then if you want to, you can also soak them in water for about an hour or two just before use. And I've got some pots that I have used previously. This is actually a self-watering pot. I've actually got an idea of using these little things as planters. So I've not opened this yet though. It's actually meant for like putting your toothbrushes, fork, spoons, accessories on top walls. This is a suction thing that will be attached to the tiles. So I was thinking this could be a very good way of planting plants without having to actually drill holes or creating shelves on your tiles, because as you know, tiles are pretty hard to drill into and sometimes they crack. So this could be a very easy to do DIY if you like to try. But I have to say that some of these accessories, they do drop off after being used for maybe a couple of months. So you do have to be prepared. Let's say if this thing falls to the ground, all the lacquer beads and everything will be like splattered all over the floor. For me, I don't mind. Or you can choose to find something that's a bit more of a higher end, slightly more expensive. The one I've got here, it's just $2 Singapore. So no harm trying, right? So let me show you some of the plants that I've got that I will be probably experimenting to plant in my bathroom. I've not tried all of these plants currently because previously I was using mostly ferns, which I thought would be a very good candidate for bathrooms because they like humidity. But I'm not sure why somehow lately they kind of like became a bit sad. I would think that it's because I recently added Osmocote fertilizers that could have been the cost. So First up, let me show you what I did yesterday as an experiment. I've actually created a little planter using this little suction thingy. And most importantly, you do have to make sure that there is drainage holes at the bottom. Most of them do, because it's for you to put sponges, toothbrush, and all this stuff that is meant to drain. So this is one that I've added a satin phytos as well as a variegated phytos, looking pretty nice. So I was thinking of doing something along this line. I've got some phytos, variegated ones. I'm not sure what is the variety. It could be marbled phytos, I guess, but it has a very nice variegation to it. As well as some cuttings of my wandering jewels. They do grow pretty crazily. As you can see, this is the amount of pruning I've done in my balcony. And then one that is really good for indoors that I read online is the this is called the Chinese fan palm. So this Chinese fan palm actually does very well in indoor environment, low lighting as well, and then they do require very little care, and I think they do grow up to be pretty huge specimens of plants, could be about 1.5 to 2 meters. So I actually got the baby versions here. I've removed the soil because I'll be planting them in leca. With some plants like phytos and philodendrons, they are really actually poisonous. As you can see, I'm not using gloves because I'm not immune, but I'm a little bit of a lazy person. But if your hands are sensitive, do don gloves, okay, when you're doing reporting. And for ladies, let's say if you have nice manicure, I don't think you want to ruin your manicure. So as you can see, planting in leca is so easy, because these are so it's like nicely packaged soil. So some of them actually ask me, how do you actually fertilize? So I do use slow release fertilizers like Osmocote, which I'll place over the top of the leca beads. Then if you don't really like the little colored things on top, you can actually cover up with more leca, as well as I do use liquid organic fertilizers as well. So it's really easy for you to how I say customize your fertilizing routine with leca. So okay, it's looking pretty neat in the meantime. So now I'll be planting the foreground. Okay, let's say if you want to do cuttings of your plants, especially like philodendrons or phytos, there's a particular way for you to actually cut. Because one of my friends actually tried to propagate his monstera, delisio, and he actually cut the leaf part of the plant, which will not grow. So what you have to do is you have to actually make sure that there's nodes on the stem itself. So I'll show you to you over here. Okay. As you can see, this part, there are actually 2 nodes. The nodes part is actually the part whereby there's a new leaf forming together with some aerial roots here. And here's the one that is fully formed. So let's see if you want to do a propagation of these phytos into 2 parts. Do not, I repeat, do not cut just this part here. This is a no-no, because the poor plant will not actually grow. So what you have to do, you have to actually cut instead the main stem, just here. So the aerial roots will actually form to the rooting systems here and here as well. That's how you actually propagate phytos or philodendrons for most philodendrons actually. So pot 1 is done. Pretty interesting potting in front of you guys for the first time and potting from the back. So I did learn from Garden Answer, this YouTube channel from Lauren. So she's really good at doing plants, and her garden is beautiful. So she did mention, let's say if you want to create a beautiful pot of variety of plants, you do have to have 3 things, which is Thriller, Spiller, and Filler. So Thriller would be the one that is the main attraction, which I think would be the Chinese fan palms. Filler would be something that actually fills up the pot inside, as well as a spiller that actually overspills out of the pot to create a very more natural environment. So over here, I believe the spiller would be the Wandering Jewel. They actually do very well in indoor, outdoor, bright light, low light conditions, and apparently if you actually grow them in a lower light condition, they do actually grow smaller in a very compact way, which is very unique, which I will be pretty interested to see how it will grow in the bathroom. So what happens to the Wandering Jewels is that they will slowly actually spill down to the pot at the bottom, and then the filler would be the Phytos, which will slowly crowd out this beautiful pot.